Okay, let's just see. So, building something like this with air ride, LS, all that, whatever, power steering, power brakes, whatever, that's a big undertaking. There's a lot of moving parts, there's a lot of parts, a lot of time and money invested. And it's a pretty big undertaking. So I said, let's spice it up. So I am going to get this truck done in 1 month. And I will be at Raleigh Goodguys at the end of April. Well, it's on the internet now. I said it, so now I got to do it. So let's get to it. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the new shop. It ain't much, but it's honest work. It's a 20 by 50. I'm sharing it with a buddy of mine. His car isn't in here yet. He's got a 70 Monte Carlo with a 6-liter with a 4L80 swap in it. It's pretty sweet right now, but his car isn't in here. So I am taking that and using it to my advantage and making a mess out of the entire floor before his car gets in here, because we are currently putting in our air ride and our power disc brakes all in one shot. So it's kind of a big job. If it's one or the other, it goes pretty quick, but I got to do 2 separate things in one step. So we're getting that all set up. But I'm going to head home right now because it's been a long day. I'm moving stuff around. I'm going to pick it back up tomorrow. And yeah, I'll walk you through it when I get here, but it won't take long. It should be right about now. So I might have got a little ahead of myself. I was going to record it, but when you're working by yourself and like I said, no camera guy, it's just easier for me to do it myself. So I got a little ahead of myself. Let's take a look at that. So we have installed power disc brakes from CPP. Painted up the rotor red, you know, whatever. Race car, it came bare metal. Painted up. I got a 2-inch drop spindle. Painted my dust shield black. High temp stuff. Chose not to go with this drilled and slotted because the last truck, the Apache, had drilled and slotted, and you know, it's not a race truck. This is just going to be my around town truck. We've installed the Easy Air Ride bag system. It's an awesome system. Comes with a plate. You mount it up, bolts in, put your grommet in, ran it through the upper control arm, or I'm sorry, on the back side of the upper control arm. And I'm going to route that back. I just haven't routed it yet. There's all the 3/8 line. Let's see here. So this is it, I guess. This is where it's going to be fully aired up. Because right now it's just kind of drooping. It's probably even going to be a little bit higher than that. But let me take the jack and I'll jack it up. And you can see where it's going to sit when it's aired out. So I got the jack hooked up. I guess I could show you it jacked up while I'm sitting in my fancy wheelchair. So if we jack it all the way up, this will emulate it being aired down. And we'll take it till about the truck hits the ground. It starts lifting off the jack, right about there. So, as you can see, it's quite the drop. And that's just with the weight of the truck. I jack it up till it just starts coming off the jack stand. That tells me we're on the full weight of the truck, and there it is. Not a lot of room. I've been scouring Facebook Marketplace for a set of transports. Reason being, last truck I went with Detroit's, and those were like $1,200. And I'm trying my best to keep this within a certain budget. So I'm just going to go transports. You can get them for like $500. Throw some cheap Chinese tires on it, because what the hell? And you're all in for about under $1,000, and you have 22-inch steelies. Now for the fronts, you can run them because I put a disc brake set on there. I'll show you. So because I put the disc brake hub, it actually adapts to the later model hubs. I believe, I don't know, I want to say it's late 80s when they went from the big hub to a smaller hub. And this will accept wheels like new GM wheels if I wanted to get froggy and put those on, but really what I want to do is put on transports. So these hubs will work for transports, and putting a disc brake conversion on, it does bring the wheel out just a little bit more than factory drums did. Now the back is a different story. The back, we're keeping the drums, but we have a problem. this hub back here is considerably larger than the front hub. So you have 4 options. Option 1, don't run transports. That's not an option. Option 2 would be to turn down this hub. You can actually take these axles to a machine shop and have them turn down this inner hub right here, okay, to accept a later model wheel. Option 3 would be to turn the actual wheel, take that to a machine shop and open up the hub. Or option 4, which is what I'm going to go with, is a wheel spacer. Now, a lot of people are against wheel spacers. I get it. They're not safe. They, you know, yada, yada, yada. I've heard it all. If you buy cheap Chinese wheel spacers, then yeah, you're probably going to have a problem. But if you buy wheel spacers from a reputable source, I'm going to have to go lug-centric wheel spacers. That's a whole nother thing, hub-centric and lug-centric, because I can't use the hub, so I have to get the ones with the bigger opening, and Toyota wheel spacers. So 6-lug Toyota is the same as 6-lug GM. So we'll get 6-lug Toyota spacers. Now we're going from a factory wheel, which I'm not exactly sure how wide it is. 6, maybe 7. It's not a very big wheel. These are reading at, I just had to lean down and check. These are a 205 70/15. Okay. Main reason I'm just not throwing them back on the truck is because these 15-inch wheels will not clear a caliper for disc brakes. A later one will. I think later than 71. So 71 and 2 C10 Rallies will fit, but not these ones. These are the OG wheels. And I'm going to run a spacer because these stick in so far. I want to bring them out a little bit. Now, we're not pushing 1,000 horse, so it's really not that big of a deal. This truck's just really going to air out and do burnouts. So I guess if I lose a wheel, I'll let you know, but I doubt it. But yeah, we're going to run 22-inch transports as soon as I can find some. So yeah. But I figure while I have you here, I'll show you like all the parts that we have for this truck project going forward. Pretty much every part that we need, we have. So I got all my airlines. Don't mind the bed of the truck. That's all getting rebuilt. I'm going to go with a higher bed. As you can see right there, all the stock LS parts just sitting in a bucket. Obviously, a 5.3. She's pretty clean. Tore her all down. Nothing too much to report on. All my empty boxes. But let's see. Circle D, 2800 stall. All the goodies from our friends down at Texas Speed and Performance. Cam, valves, springs, retainers, lifters, trays, and a gasket kit. I ended up going with the 224R, and there's our fuel system. I'm just doing a simple 16-gallon plastic cell. It's what I did in the Apache. Had no problems with it. So yeah. So what's left? Well, all we've really done so far is the disc brakes in the front. We still have to yank this motor out, which if anybody's interested, this thing purrs like a kitten. I mean, there is nothing wrong. This is a sewing machine, like a man on the clock. The thing just runs. And the transmission works perfect. So what we have to do is put an LS in it, a 4L60 in it, finish running our airlines, hook up our tank, manifold, put the bags in the back, haven't done that yet, do a C-notch, haven't done that yet, put the fuel cell in, run the lines, swap the motor and tranny, hook it up. Oh, I gotta do power steering too, so I'm gonna get a kit for, it's just a bracket kit, but it adapts a 73 to 87 square body power steering box to get rid of the manual steering, and they give you the pitman arm and all that crap, so it's just pretty much a bolt in and go. A little bit of drilling, but whatever. We got to take the gas tank out of the truck. Ugh. Take that out of there. Yeah. And then the back, we're going to do a raised bed floor. So I'm going to clean this up. Don't mind the Sawzall marks, but this is all going to get cleaned up. And this ridge right here is perfect height for a bed floor. It's not going to be very deep, but this way I won't have to run tubs because these come up to there. So I won't have to run tubs. So actually I'm going to gain bed space. I'm going to lose depth, but not that I'm ever going to put anything in it. But yeah, that's the plans, folks. I'm sure there's stuff I'm missing. But yeah, pretty much got an LS swap, finished the air ride, and all new electrical and plumbing, so stay tuned.